understand my needs, and they're able to help me through this journey.
Get 30% off your first order at carewell.com.
Hey, I'm so sorry I'm late. I had to perform surgery. We just found out that the 2-hump camel at the zoo is actually just a 1-hump camel with the biggest tumor I've ever seen.
Well, let's do this. Okay. My first memory is of my mother standing over my crib blaming me for not being a boy. And when I called her mommy, she said, "There's no reason for us to be so familiar."
Attention families, the survivalist's fate is in your hands.
We all want this money at the end of the day.
Depending on how cold they get, it's dangerous.
Only you can extract them by hitting the button.
I'm not pushing the button.
I'm very, very angry.
Extracted. Series premiere tonight on Fox.
Get your news anytime. Visit KESQ.com.
Tonight, protesters are taking a stand for LGBTQ rights in the Coachella Valley. What they're saying about President Trump's order on transgender women in sports. Plus,
I'm an avid supporter of all this great Tour de Palm Springs tour because it benefits everyone.
The 27th annual Tour de Palm Springs is tomorrow. How the festivities kicked off today and what you need to know about road closures. Sports director Blake Arthur will have all you need to know for his big game bash, Eagles against the Chiefs on Sunday.
Now from the Desert's news leader, this is News Channel 3, First at 10.
More reaction tonight to President Trump's executive order on transgender women in sports. Hello, I'm John White. Karen Devine has the night off. Protesters making their voices heard tonight in the Arenas district of downtown Palm Springs. News Channel 3's Athena Drage is live where that rally took place tonight, and she joins us with the latest from there. Athena.
Hi, John. We're not going back. It's the clear message and chant that was echoed by protesters tonight. Back to a time where they say some members of the LGBTQ community had less rights and protections in this country. And they're making calls not just at the federal level for President Trump, but also pressuring their local representatives to take a stand.
We're not going back. We're not going back.
Taking over the Arenas district in Palm Springs, a colorful group of protesters is making their message clear.
We are here to stay. Palm Springs is our city. It's our safe space.
Here to stay. It's what they want President Donald Trump to know following a series of executive orders targeting the community. Since taking office again, the president has barred transgender female athletes from competing in women's sports and transgender people from serving or enlisting in the military. Protesters say these actions have put their rights under attack.
I believe that everyone deserves equal rights. More rights for everyone does not mean less rights for others.
We've come so far in this time to go backwards, and all of us here are not going to go backwards. We're going to stand up and make our voices be heard and just stand up for what we believe is right.
And they aren't just making calls at the national level. They're also calling on local representatives.
We need to send a stronger message to, for example, Congressman Ken Calvert, that we are here. We are here to stay, and he is our congressman, and he needs to fight for our rights.
As those in fear prepare for the next 4 years, they say they'll do it in love.
We are on the side of love, and love will always win, and that's why we're here.
Now, this is just one of the multiple protests or rallies we've covered this week. Days ago, we saw protesters at the office of Ken Calvert in Palm Desert voicing their opposition, as well as marches in Coachella and Cathedral City against the president's immigration crackdown. I'm Athena Drage reporting live in Palm Springs, News Channel 3.
Thank you, Athena. The transgender ban in sports is cause for debate, no doubt about that. Supporters say it restores fairness to sports, saying transgender athletes, specifically males transitioning to female, have an unfair advantage. Now, before signing the executive action on Wednesday, President Trump asserted that, quote, men claiming to be girls have stolen more than 3,500 victories. Texas Governor Greg Abbott is among Republicans celebrating the action.
It's an issue where in Texas, listen, we've already signed 2 laws banning men and women's sports. What happened today, however, was setting a standard for the United States of America, ripping apart the executive order that was put in place by Joe Biden that was completely lawless, in fact overturned by a court, but also establishing just a very common sense standard, and that is no men and women's sports.
NCAA President Charlie Baker told a Senate committee in December that there were less than 10 transgender athletes in the NCAA out of over 500,000. A 2017 review in the peer-reviewed journal Sports Medicine found no direct or consistent research showing trans people have an athletic advantage. Stay up to date on all of your local news and breaking news with our KESQ app. Just scan that QR code right there on your screen or search KESQ in the Apple Store or Google Play and download it for free. It's a big night downtown Palm Springs. The Tour de Palm Springs coming up tomorrow. More on that coming up this half hour as we take a live look outside right now from our PMR Palm Springs camera. Katie, riders would like, well, just the same exact weather we had today.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be really nice. I had no idea just how big not the actual race was, but just the leading up to the race festivities.
Oh, yeah, it's a big night.
I mean, it was a party out there. So nice conditions out there for that. A few breezes, but those breezes are expected to be decreasing overnight for us, and then really looking at calmer weather for riders as we head in towards our day tomorrow. Here's a look at the next couple of hours. Comfortable temperatures climbing into the mid-70s yet again. I'll call it a really comfortable day. Your weekend looking fantastic. Tomorrow, daytime highs, I've got us climbing up to about 76 degrees. We'll start with just a few clouds. Those clouds then decreasing more as we head in towards later in the afternoon. The high temperatures tomorrow expected to be in the the mid to upper 70s, depending on where you're at. Still a couple of degrees above seasonal average. We'll talk more about the weekend and a cooling trend on the way coming up. John?
Thank you, Katie. A developing story involving a double murder case in Coachella today. A judge ruling 24-year-old Daniel Torres Cerda of Coachella must stand trial on 2 counts of first-degree murder. Torres Cerda is accused of gunning down 2 Coachella residents inside a guest home near Avenue 52 and Date Avenue in October of 2022. Deputies say he was arrested after calling the Thermal Sheriff Station to report where the victims could be found. Torres Cerda is now due back in court later this month and is being held in jail without bail. One person is dead, killed in a wrong-way driver crash on Interstate 10 near Whitewater. 3 other people were injured. The California Highway Patrol says a wrong-way driver plowed into another vehicle head-on the eastbound side of I-10 near the Whitewater rest stop just before 3 this morning. The driver of the wrong-way car, identified as 25-year-old Kenneth Montenegro of Palm Springs, was pronounced dead on scene. 3 people were hospitalized, including a 22-year-old La Quinta woman, with at least one of them suffering serious injuries. Eastbound I-10 in that area was closed for about 3 hours. It is back open tonight. The CHP is also asking for your help in finding a vehicle of interest involved in Tuesday's deadly crash on Interstate 10 near Palm Desert west of Washington Street. The CHP is looking for the driver of a black Chevrolet Trailblazer with black wheels and silver trim. We're told that driver may have witnessed the crash and might be able to provide information to investigators. 2 people killed in that crash, identified as 31-year-old Fabian Zamora of Indio, a big rig mechanic, and 49-year-old Carolina Navarrete de Leal of Coachella. If you have any information, please call the number on your screen, which is also available at KESQ.com. The California Highway Patrol also says that Navarrete de Leal was the mother of one of their staff in Indio. Her family has started a fundraiser, which you can also find on our website. Coming up on News Channel 3, the Tour de Palm Springs coming up tomorrow. See how many people are expected to pedal their way through the Coachella Valley. Plus, a California winter storm system. See how some Californians are planning their weekend getaway one snowman at a time. You're watching the Deserts News Leader.
Join me and P. Swift for an unforgettable evening with legendary actress Linda Gray at our February speaker series. Known for her award-winning role as Sue Ellen Ewing on Dallas, Linda is more than a TV icon. She's an acclaimed director, a former UN Goodwill Ambassador, and a best-selling author. Our January event sold out, so make sure you secure your seat now. Join us Thursday, February 20th at Via Portofino in Palm Desert, an evening with Linda Gray.
A faulty garage door can be frustrating and even unsafe. Besser Garage Doors is here to help. For the most honest and reliable garage door company, call Besser Garage Doors today to take advantage of our current specials.
Call Besser.
From the composers of The Greatest Showman and La La Land, Dear Evan Hansen. Don't miss your chance to see one of the most remarkable shows in musical theater history. The groundbreaking, Tony Award-winning Dear Evan Hansen.
You'll be found.
Get your tickets now at McCallumTheater.org.
Are you ready for more dates? The Riverside County Fair and National Date Festival, presented by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, is back with more dates February 13th through March 2nd. Try one of over 40 unique date treats like the Date Beer Battered Corn Dog with sea lions, pig races, stunt dogs, and a human cannonball. Camel rides, carnival rides, rodeos, and monster trucks. You'll want to visit again and again. Save when you buy your tickets online at datefest.org. The Riverside County Fair and National Date Festival, now with more dates.
Whether it's a simple tune-up, an urgent repair, or a complete replacement, we're committed to exceeding your expectations. For the most honest and reliable garage door company, call Besser Garage Doors today to take advantage of our current specials.
Call Besser.
You're watching the Desert's news leader. This is News Channel 3, first at 10 on Fox 11 with John White, Karen Devine, and meteorologist Katie Bower.
Continuing coverage on this weekend's big event here in the Coachella Valley, the 27th annual Tour de Palm Springs. More than 6,000 cyclists from around the world are coming together to raise money for local nonprofits. Tonight, the event kicked off with festivities and vendors in downtown Palm Springs, including some new bike shorts for those who may need some for tomorrow's ride.
We started a bike pants business with color, fashion, and style. Nothing but cool designs that she makes.
Yes, we don't carry any black bike shorts.
This year's guest of honor is actress and director Mädchen Amick, who started a nonprofit called Don't Mind Me. The event hopes to give away more than $300,000 to local charities. It's now one of the largest events of its kind in the country, bringing in nearly 30,000 spectators. Wow. You can expect to see some Tour de Palm Springs road closures in downtown Palm Springs. Palm Canyon Drive will be closed until 7 p.m. From Barristo to Tahquitz Canyon for the tour's vendor fair. Tomorrow, Tahquitz Canyon will be closed between Palm Canyon Drive and Indian Canyon from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's the ride start and finish area. Expect delays and a slowdown as cyclists ride around the entire Coachella Valley, sharing the roads with drivers, so be careful out there. A number of routes will be used for the annual fun rides of up to 100 miles. So be prepared to see cyclists again all over the valley. You can find maps of those routes at KESQ.com. Raising awareness to end heart disease and stroke in women today. People are wearing red in support of the American Heart Association's National Wear Red Day. Experts say there are several ways to keep your heart healthy. They say stay active and manage your weight. Plus, for those who smoke, try to quit and stay away from secondhand smoke.
Families can help by making sure their patients keep their appointments. I mean, heart failure patients, if they eat an extra bag of Doritos, they can retain salt and water. So, I mean, they live on a precipice of trying to keep them perfectly managed and monitored.
And tonight, the Forever Maryland statue in Palm Springs is lit up in red for National Wear Red Day. There it is. The lighting event was held at sunset. You can learn more about ending heart disease and stroke in women at KESQ.com.